Today I'm going to demonstrate how to map out and draw really complicated forms. Typically forms that are so complex that when you draw them, they almost inevitably have errors in terms of how you're calculating proportion. The object that I'm going to draw right now is a candlestick, and it's also coincidentally symmetrical, and it's going to allow me to use some symmetry tricks in order to get started. The thing that's really tricky about the candlestick is that it has multiple transitions in its form, and so I am constantly having to measure the lengths and the widths of the various sections of it in order for it to be precise. And that's really difficult to do. So in order to do this, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a vertical line. Remember, the more you draw with your whole arm, the straighter your line will be. If you're just drawing with your wrists, you're going to get a very kind of crooked line. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of draw the top of the candlestick. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use little tick marks inside the object to kind of measure how far down I need to go with things. And it's okay to erase and remeasure as you go. So I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to pinch the object visually. So I'm going to pinch it between my fingers by looking through. And so right now I'm going from the bottom to the top, and I'm trying to see how many heights of the top part of the candlestick it takes to get to the whole candlestick. And for me, it's going to take 4 1/4. So that's 1 height, 2, 3, 4 1/4 to get the length of the entire thing. Okay, interesting. So this is me kind of starting. And I'm just going to kind of get that first little area in. So the thing that's really neat about getting this first area drawn is I'm now going to use that as a ruler to measure the whole thing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to find where there's all of this detail work on the surface. I'm going to figure out how that relates in height to this part here. So, okay, so I'm noticing that that height is about the same, and that's where the designs stop. So I'm going to see, okay, so that's kind of where there's a transition in the form. And that's where the form is going to end. Okay, and now what that does is it's creating landmarks for me. So I'm kind of getting an idea, and it says, okay, so this is where kind of the widest part of that part of the candle is going to be. And then I'm able to say, okay, this is the area where it transitions. And don't be afraid to change things a little bit as you go. Okay, and then after I kind of have that part done, I can then say, okay, I've kind of measured this. Looks like I'm a little bit off. So I'm going to kind of remeasure things a little bit, try to figure out where there's a little bit of an error. But I'm still comparing it to the very center. Okay, oh, I see. That's that area. Nope, it was actually fine, and I just got a little confused. So now I'm going to, this is the area where it comes out a little more. So I'm going to erase that because that's confusing. So it's okay to get confused. It happens. I'm finishing off the very bottom of this form as I go. And then from there, I've now divided a very complex form into a number of much smaller forms. So now it's very easy for me to go in and say, all right, this is where the patterns go. And then I can kind of, and you're looking the whole time while you're doing this, but then I can go in here and draw the patterns as they are in there. And there you have it. Just by simply measuring out how long different parts of it and comparing the proportion to the entire whole, it is a lot easier to determine where transitions happen in complicated objects. Keep practicing this trick. It might work for you in some cases. Again, like all of the tricks, it's good to know all of them because you never know which one is most useful for you at any given time. Every day we do a drawing, we are in different moods, we are seeing things differently, and that's why you don't always want to rely on just having one trick to figure out how to do something. I do hope that this is just another one that you can use though, so that you feel a little bit more confident drawing things that are really overwhelming at first glance. Good luck!